Hello, it's Angela here, Angela Farnham, transformational coach, and I am here in my cottage in Yorkshire, and there's a washing machine in the background, and I haven't got a door, so I can't do anything about it. Just hope it doesn't go into the spin cycle while I'm talking. As usual, get the idea that I want to share something with you, and I have to do it now. So what is it? Well, something occurred to me earlier. I went for my run, my morning run. I was out running, which is usually when these thoughts pop into my head. The universe seemed to just download them, and a few things happened. So I had this thought while I was out running that I've had clients this week, last couple of weeks, with very similar underlying a similar theme going on. Okay, I'll try and make this clear in that they come for various reasons. Maybe weight loss, panic attacks, anxiety. And these people are women, and they've all lost their husbands over the last few years after having long marriages. And when I get a theme like that, it seems like there's a message in there for me. And then I was listening to a podcast after coming home. I had my shower, and I like to listen to podcasts. And you know what? I can't remember the name of the guy or where I found him. But somebody somewhere recommended this guy, and I downloaded his podcast. And I only listened to this one. Not actually finished it because I was distracted and then had to get on and do some work. But he was talking about signs. And that sort of pricked my ears up. I found that interesting after my own experience with 1111 and ones since my brother died last year. And I always take that as a sign that he's around and he's there, he's connecting, and I don't know, like I'm on the right track, whatever that is. And then I got that again today while I was out and about. 1111 popped up on my phone just as I happened to take it out of my bag. And yeah, it's just like, so I just felt, for some reason, that I'm meant to share this with you right now, because maybe that there's other people out there who are grieving and not actually recognising that that's what they're actually doing, because we're not very good at grieving in the Western world. We're very good at avoiding pain. We're very, very good at suppressing emotions. We're not very good at recognising what's really going on. And so what tends to happen is that we have these other symptoms. We're trying to fill that void sometimes trying to fill that void, and so we might end up eating, nibbling, and then we get concerned about the weight. So it's like, oh, I need to lose some weight. So there's that distraction. I want to lose the weight, but that's not really the issue. And panic attacks, it's like there's a theme, whether it's panic attacks, anxiety, wanting to lose weight, stop smoking, cut down on the alcohol, all these things, all boils back to the same thing in the end. And it's that it's paying attention to particular thoughts going through the mind. We have something in our brain, a part of our brain, this part of our brain called the reticular activating system, and I've sort of known to call it the RAS for short, and it's like the Google engine of our brain. And this is a bit like, law of attraction, in that what you focus on is what you get. But there's a lot going on there, but the more you focus on what's wrong, then that's what your Google engine brings up. And then you notice all the things that are bad, the emptiness, what's missing, all that your brain comes up with and brings into your awareness is what's missing. And so there's a lot else that you're not seeing. And it's like You know, when you can realise that there's more, that there is more, and just because you have a thought doesn't mean that you have to pay any attention to it. And I don't mean avoiding it. It's like accepting. It's different. So, and I guess in a way, reframing and that, you know, I can get really sad at times too. Like, it's almost a year now since my brother died, and it's that time of year, and it was just about getting diagnosed. And obviously there's, well, I hate that word, obviously. I just said it. But my thoughts go to my brother and to the memory of being told his diagnosis and then coming over here at this time of year and the dark nights and the cold and Christmas, because it was, although it was November and early December, there were Christmas tree lights everywhere, and it's a festive season and it didn't seem very festive. But you know what? And I was really sad last week. I heard, I don't know, I was in a cafe and I heard this song and immediately thought about my brother and felt sad. And then I changed it inside my mind that, you know what, it's just a sign. He's in my mind that he's still around. Okay, he's not here physically, but his energy is, and that connection is still here, and that never goes away, that doesn't die. And yeah, I think if there's anybody who's listening to this message now, either it's you've lost your husband, your partner, the one you love, and you're feeling lost and alone and sad and just want to speak to somebody but don't know how to, then reach out, send me a message. And if you're listening to this and this might be your mum or your dad or your sister or your brother or a friend or somebody you know who's grieving and looking for help, then refer them to me. And yeah, said that as if I know all the answers, and no, I don't. I don't know the answers. But what I do is, what I am pretty good at, is holding that space, is being there, is really being able to listen. And I don't have the answers, but I do know that each one of us has our own answers, because change happens from the inside out, never the outside in. People reach outside looking for that fix, looking for the answer. You know, some people rush out into another relationship to try and fill the void. Some people turn to alcohol. Some people it's chocolate. Some people just keep themselves really, really, really busy, so they just don't have time on their own because that's too scary. I have the answers, but I can help you and point you in a direction where you can find your own peace. That's it. That's all I wanted to share. And you know what? It's not started spinning yet. So I'm Angela Fowler, transformational coach, and so yeah, look out for the signs. They're all around, all the time. They're very subtle, so subtle that we can miss them. But the more you get used to feeling them, it's more of a feeling. You know, that gut feeling, and then you see, you know, you want a new car, and then you buy a new car, and it's this unusual colour and or make, and you've not seen one before, and then suddenly you see them everywhere. That's our Google engine. That's the reticular activated system at play, bringing it, showing us, bringing our awareness into that. So yeah, I can maybe help you expand your awareness so that you can see what's good and see what you still have. Might be your grandchildren, might be your family, might be your teeth. It could be anything. But let's have you smiling again, okay? Take care until next time. Love you all. Bye.